Have I done it? Have I actually set a live up and arrived on the time that it was set up for? This has got to be a first, right? Happy Ant's got to be 4 hours late anyway. Right, guys, we'll see you in 4 hours. I may be asleep by then. You lot are bastards. But for everyone that popped over to Toby's channel for that live, thank you so much. The response that his parents have sent to everybody is absolutely amazing. They want to say thank you so much to everybody. So massive thank you to everybody that's here that was also on Toby's live. Hey, Reggie. Hi, Happy Ant. Hi, Ben. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Mr. Krabs. Hi, Lincoln. Let me just... I didn't even share this one about. So I've just sent it over to... Happy Ant, mate. That's not how we start the Tuesday lives. Do you know what? That's when you do that, it throws me completely about what I was about to say. The money that has come from last month was supposed to be coming into the bank so I could get the new microphone for the live so you guys can hear me a lot better. It's not actually come over yet for some reason. Have no idea why. Sunday I got Boro and Scorpion, Juvio BT, Red Knee and a Sling Brazilian Blue Beauty, and will be in tomorrow's vid, says Regis. Ben Hay with the 79p. Thank you so much, guys. It does mean a lot to me. With the donations that come through at the moment, I am putting those towards an Amazon tree bower. We have... I don't know how many of you actually watched when we were doing the live racking build, but where we said we were going to actually sit over there, so it's like sit back in the racking, is going to be an enclosure for that snake as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. Let me just... Do the new screen. Oh, yeah, the screen. Man, I forgot. Hold on 1 second then. Where is it? So to the people that have just donated... Thank you, Happy Ant. Thank you, Ben Hay. Your donation is appreciated. Millions of critters have a point on me, mate. My God, straight in with another 5. Jeez. Thank you, millions of critters, man. I'm going to have to do you a thank you thing. Hold on 1 second. Let's get that up for millions of critters. Thank you, millions of critters. That is absolutely it. What the fuck? Dale. Holy shit. My God. Thank you, Dale Strong, for your donation. My God. Oh. Oh. My word. That is some fuck's sake. Stop it. My God. Hi, Peter Webster. Lord Peter Webster's in the house. If you're not subscribed to Peter Webster, make sure you do. going on from Toby's Exotics live, Invertbarian is going to be popping over to here pretty soon. I've also sent Peter Webster the link in case Peter Webster also wants to join the live. But my God, happy Dale, millions of critters, Ben. My God. Thank you, Happy Ant. My word. Let me just scroll back up the comments, because that is just literally just all that is just Dale says he absolutely hates your guts now, Happy Ant. Holy shit. FM, I need to do some live, says Tarantula Chris. Yeah. Hi, Leah, Unusual Pets. Make sure you get subscribed to Unusual Pets. Hi, Creepy Crawley. Hi, Henry G. Get Peter on. I've sent Peter Webster the link to come and join us. Hi, 0161. Hi, Wendy. Anton, it's not quite 75 because of the taxes that come off that. But we are definitely close, haven't we? We're getting there. That'll be the end of next month. That should come through. Although the beginning, it's just really threw me. Absolutely threw me. Oh, that is just. Hi, Anton. Hey, Charlie. His words have went out the window across the Atlantic, through the Americas, and landing in Australia, says Mr. Krabs. Oh, Bailey's bug blog, sore as Dale Strong's utter waste of a day. What were you getting up to then, Bailey? Why have you suddenly got this sore head? I think somebody was on the pot last night. Millions of critters. Thank you so much for that donation. I don't drink, but I will put that towards the Amazon tree bower. 100%, mate. So next month, the money will be going towards the actual build for its enclosure, and then we're going to be getting it. Although I do have to upgrade the Amazon. My God, the donations have just absolutely played with my head now. The boa substrate needs upgrading pretty soon. I'm not well at the minute, guys. My mental health is screwed up big style. Oh, Peter, I want there's 20 people watching, so I want to see 20 comments all saying I love Peter Webster or I love you, Peter Webster, in the comments to show him how much this guy is absolutely loved in the community and should not be feeling down in the slightest. I'm just going to type it now too, because I love Peter Webster. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. It's called just sounded better than keep your change, you filthy animal. Peter, if you ever need to talk, my inbox is always open, sweet. That is from Unusual Pets. Bailey's book blog sends you a heart, Peter. Keep your chin up, Peter. We all love you, says Dave. We all love Peter Webster. Peter. Right.
Sir Peter Webster is awesome.
Absolutely.
What are we saying? What are we saying to it?
You're a bastard. You take the Nicky out of me on that live, and I'm like, the only thing I could think of was of adult content. I was like, can't say that.
Well, at least I didn't call you a proper dauber or something. You know what
I mean? Unusual Pet says hello, Adam. Ellie says
hello.
I
have great fun. Said to the Scot, lovely Scottish words of kindness that he then has to go and Google and work out what exactly they are.
Anton's just put $4.99 on the chat. Thank you so much, Anton. Yeah, I have to Google and all the Scottish words that Adam puts on. He's put a few on the comments on videos as well. I have to go away, Google it, and then come back to him.
I'm just bringing up the chat on my other phone, you see. So how is everybody? Oh, what am I doing?
Not too bad. Just know, no matter how hard it gets, you've got a whole community that love and respect and admire your work. Oh, hold on, I've got to do the screen again. Hi, Carolyn.
Here's a bit sore.
This one's for Anton.
Oh.
Happy Ant, if you could put Adam's channel link into the comments for me as well, please. That would be absolutely fantastic.
That'd be appreciated.
If there's 23 people watching, so just double check that every single one of you is actually subscribed to the Inverterbarian. So just nip off this live, just go double check, and then pop back again, please.
And then get yourself checked for
get yourself checked for the
capacity
for the Inverterbarian variant of the coronavirus. What's his channel name? What do you mean, Happy Ant? What's his channel name? The Inverterbarian. My God, Happy Ant, you're a moderator and you're not subscribed. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed.
Actually, if anybody is subscribed to my channel, if they could do me a favor, somebody mentioned that when I upload, they're not getting a notification because according to their gubbins. This is Gubbins. It's saying that my channel is set to children. Yes, that's Gubbins. It's set to children, but my channel is set to adult content, and the videos are all adult content. For some reason, there seems to be this clash. I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's something in mine or her settings or what the feck's going on. But if anybody's ticked the bell, let me know if you actually get notified when the videos are uploaded.
That could be. Where are we? If you go YouTube Studio, I think it is.
Yeah, I've changed mine to adult content, but for some reason people aren't getting notified when I upload videos.
But then you can do it specifically for each video as well, can't you?
Each video is set to adult content. It's YouTube pissing on my cornflakes is what it is.
Oh, don't. Man, YouTube, they've annoyed me. Just the from channel membership and stuff like that. The amount of money that they take off it is just like what the. It's incredible. Dave Hatfield has just subbed up to you. The greatest Scott, you'll ever know. I love the Inverterbarian family. That's Peter Webster.
Peter, you're a star. Absolute star. It was such an honour getting to meet him, and the photos of wee man giving him a hug is just I love it.
I've been to the inverter shed.
All right. Have you got a photo with wee man?
I haven't got a photo of wee man, no.
Right. So
you just got the one picture, or
wind your neck, Sonny Jim.
Yeah, he is an absolute legend and just amazing guy to meet. You Adam, I must admit, are on the hit list to come and meet at some point, definitely.
I hope that's not a hit list, as in people trying to bump off to.
You've got a legend.
Keep the competition.
You've got a legend
only one
in England, which is Peter Webster, and then you've got a legend in Scotland, which is obviously yourself, the Inverterbarian.
There's no many of us in Scotland. Well, there's people in Scotland. I don't mean there's as many Scottish YouTubers as your side of the border. We've got Toby. We've got wee Toby. So
Anton subscribed up to you.
Cheers, Anton.
Lincoln just subscribe with notifications on.
Well, you'll need to let me know if you actually get any notifications. Because as I say, if not, I'm going to need to try and. I don't know what I'm going to try and do, but I'll need to try and do something.
Hi, Stefan. So if you just subscribed, or if you are actually already subscribed to the Inverterbarian, make sure you got your notifications turned on. And the next video he puts up, if you can just put, I found it from the notification, so Adam knows, that would be absolutely amazing. I'd also like that video as well.
My wife's giggling, so I wasn't sure what she was giggling at.
John Lewis Bud the Dragon leaves Scott shoppers in stitches.
Yeah, we are it. What?
We're having a Scottish conversation. It's all right.
Unusual.
What's new with you, Scott? What's give us some gossip. Come on, what's happening?
Oh, snakes and more snakes. I don't even know why. Basically, I had at one point quite a couple of Lazadora Parabamas, and we had quite a few curly hairs. So I thought, well, I'll put a couple on pre-loved, because I'm not interested in breeding the LPs again. I'm not interested in breeding the curly hairs. So I'll put a couple on pre-loved, and somebody just said, would you want to swap? And I was like, oh, wonder what they've got. I wonder if they want to swap for a centipede or a scorpion or something that I've never seen before. And they literally said, yeah, we'll swap for African house snake. I was like, what? I said, yeah. I said, sure. I said, but the LP and the curly hair are only worth this. I don't know what your snake's worth. And he weren't too fussed, so we swapped. And then the same guy, we got the Cali King off somebody else who had it on. He had it on pre-loved for 40 quid. And Tara was a bit like, no. So me being me, I was like, well, I'll see if he wants 30 quid, because, he's going to say no, but then at least I feel like I've tried. Do you know what I mean? Even though Tara said no. And the guy just turned around and went, yeah, okay. And he dropped it off on a live.
King snakes are mental.
And then the boa,
little dudes.
I've wanted a boa for a long time. Again, Tara said no. She's still annoyed with me. She's still very annoyed with me, because, as you know, this is a kitchen. So she says, it keeps watching me. And it does. It will. Most of the animals, most of the reptiles and amphibians, when Tara comes in, they do watch her. So that can freak her out a bit. It just means payday. I'm going to have to get her some flowers or something, doesn't it? As a kind of a forgiveness, please, madam, type thing.
Maybe some box of chocolates as well.
I don't know. I think I think if I make her a homemade lasagna, that might go down well.
Whatever works, whatever gets you at the doghouse, eh?
Yeah.
How many snakes are you up to? What's the count? Four.
We've got the Anery corn snake, the California king, the African house snake, and then the boa as well.
Yeah.
There's another two snakes that I want, and I think Tara's all right-ish with the Amazon boa that I really want. But then
an MBK.
I want a rear fang venomous as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
I want the little hognose. But
she's popular.
She quite likes hognose, so I'm thinking, well, if I get a hognose and if she deals with that herself, I might put it on the channel once, but then just let it be Tara's, and maybe that'll get that interest. You know what I mean? But then going forward with the snakes, I always wanted the boa, so that's why I've got that now, because then I know what room I haven't got left. Do you know what I mean? So I know that I can't have another big snake because I haven't got room for it at the moment.
Yeah, boas. I mean, our boas in our, I think it's how big's the boa tank? Is it 5 foot? Why? How big's Coraline's tank? 5 foot.
My boa's tank.
No, I'm trying to remember how big our boa tank is. What? It's not 8 foot. No, because I had to crunch in, remember, to fit it. It's about 5 foot. It's about 5 by 3 by.
Ours is a 5 foot snake and a 4 foot viv, which Northern Exotics were saying as soon as it grows another 6 inches, it'll have to go up into a 6 foot viv. to sort of coincide with the new laws. But we're looking at moving. So when we move, I want a bit of a bigger room to put everything in.
So we're through with the measuring tape now.
It'll go, if I can have a wall, then I'm building a viv the whole length of that wall for it. Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
Hi, Mark the Spider Guy. Happy Ants, it's on it. It's so on it. Happy Ants on everything. Our poor man, tell him I said hi when he's alive. How's your eye? Oh yeah, Mark. How did the eye stuff go? How did the new lens? How can you see better with the new lens, or is it too early to tell?
Trying to keep an eye on the chat. And
Northern Exotics and the Exotics bus ride Scott, says Appian. Tarantula Chris has just subscribed up to you as well.
Oh, awesome.
So Mark the Spider Guy's eye surgery went well. Brilliant. Can't believe he has a Harry Potter prop, man. Jealous as fuck, says Anton. Anton's Scottish as well.
No, my brother, his friend worked on the first film and did a lot of the special effects, like the moving paintings and all that kind of stuff. And obviously when they wrapped up filming, there was all these props and a few were acquired here, there and everywhere. So my brother, for Christmas of that year, gave us all an envelope for our Christmas. So it was really cool.
You've got pretty cool, brother. Is that the same one that sorted out all the merch as well?
No, I've got 4 brothers. So
wow.
yeah, there's 5 of us all together. It's actually my dad's birthday today as well. So
have you been seeing him, or the regulations not allowing it yet in Scotland?
No, we
It is 5 foot.
It is 5 foot. Our Viv is 5 foot. Our bow tie is 5 foot.
2 foot.
No, we were through seeing my folks on Saturday. We went through, which is when I picked up a few. We were through in Dundee, and I happened to go into Zoo Centre right as they'd had a new shipment of spiders in.
The Zoo Centre.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it just had a new shipment of spiders in. So there was a particular spider they had, but they only had 10 available. So I bought 4 of them. So I will.
When's the video for those coming out? Because I'm intrigued.
When I make it.
Because with you it could be anything.
And for you, I've changed jobs. I've changed jobs now, so I work Monday to Friday, 7:30 till 4:45, and because it's quite a manual, heavy job, by the time I get in an evening, I can't always find the motivation to be filming. Plus, I'm trying to lose a wee bit of timber, so I'm trying to fit in a bit of exercise and stuff. So, videos are a wee bit sparse at the moment, a few and far between. But
have you changed job role as well then? Industry?
I changed about 6 months ago. Yeah, I left the care sector and I'm now working. I'm in a warehouse role position, and so a lot of lifting and manly stuff.
Iron Brew.
Iron Brew's DOS, mate.
I do have the old can of Iron Brew. To be fair, it's nice. It is very nice. Dale Strong says not much on TV in Scotland then.
Nah. It's cat.
Philip Taylor. Hi Phil. He says shame they don't post the Dundee Centre. The Zoo Centre, sorry.
They do. Well, they used to. I don't know if they do.
I thought they did live food.
Pardon me. Zoo Centre post, to the best of my knowledge. Unless they've changed or pardon me, sorry. I know they're focusing quite heavily on amphibians and stuff at the moment. They've got huge shipments of froggos coming in, which are pretty cool. Loads of species of frogs. It's an awesome place.
Not happy Ant. He's got a 13.5-hour shift on tomorrow. He's a lorry driver.
Oh, ouch.
You see, there's a couple of little places. There's Shirley Aquatics is about half an hour away from us. They get the frogs, but they're mainly more reptile aimed, and obviously fish. They've got some amazing fish tanks. But yeah, the only frogs and stuff we get locally are mainly on Morph Market.
Yeah.
The prices on there can be a bit funny, I think, and you never know if the animal that you're looking at is worth the money that they want.
Yeah. If you don't know, you don't know. I pardon me, I was quite lucky to get those milk frogs because everybody is struggling to find milk frogs at the moment. They seem to have just disappeared out of the supply chain. So
They were
really
quite
lucky.
cheap as well, weren't they? But now
That-
milk frogs were quite cheap. One of my friends, Carl, he was watching earlier. He was after some, and he said they're like about 15 quid each. He said, but now he said you can't find them to see what the prices are.
Now, I asked when I was through in Dundee, I said, you know, when are you getting some in? And they went, we can't get them. There's a waiting list of people dying to get them, but we just can't get our hands on them just now. But they are awesome. See if we can. We have a frog.
We've got a new channel member, Reptiles Innovations. Thank you so much, Reptile Innovations. Really appreciate that.
I don't know how to rotate my camera on this thing. You know that.
The channel members' names will be going up on the racking again. They were all up on the old black racking.
Can we see Froggos?
Across here, so you can see them in videos.
Froggo. There's a Froggo.
We've actually got a couple of channel members in the house, which is absolutely amazing.
Froggos.
Adam, were you after any Histocrates gigas, Cameroon? Says Philip.
Absolutely. I'm always after anything that I can afford. I got space for.
So there's always room for another spider.
Well, yeah.
Always room for another spider.
I think I've rearranged these shelves more times than I've had hot dinners.
Oh yeah. You see this rack in here? So some of that is two enclosures deep, and some of it's 3. Just so we can get them in. And there's more racking that Carl's going to be building over there as well. Oh, come on. Surely I've got a sunbeam snake in at the moment, and I've never seen one for sale before. Reptile Innovation says, your channel is next, Spider-Mom. Thanks for everything, everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I've rearranged it to a state I'm happy with, but no doubt in a couple of weeks or a month's time, it'll get rearranged again for something else to take.
Mine gets swapped around every time we do feeding. The only things that stay in the same place is this tank and where the geckos are, and that's it. But a key thing for us was like getting the geckos from out of the front room and getting them in here, because we've got 6. So we've left 1 in the front room, which I can't remember if you know, but our middle child, Leo's, he's on the autistic spectrum. Mm-hmm. So some nights he'll have Tara up till stupid o'clock in the morning. And if something changes, he will be absolutely, it's like dealing with somebody different, you know?
Yeah.
So to try and know if he's comfortable or not is really difficult. Even when he's sitting with you relaxed, he's pulling some sort of face and you think, well, maybe you're sitting uncomfortable or something. It's very hard at this stage to guess where he's at. But there's a gecko in the front room, which when we got it, I brought it into the front room, put it under the telly, and he went straight up to the glass, went like this, and then he hit the glass and like that. And I was like, no, it's going to have to go in the kitchen. And I was thinking there's no room for it yet. And this gecko did no more but come out of its hide, come up to the glass and just sat there looking at Leo like this. And Leo literally just stood there looking back, and they were literally just in each other's glance for about 5-10 minutes. And they do it now. He'll go up to the glass and he'll tap it like this, and she'll come out and she will just sit there and look at him. And for those like split minutes, you can just see him just like relax.
Total contentness.
Oh, completely. And then he's back to being a madman. Tara's just coming to the kitchen now. I mean, she'll tell you he can. I mean, I don't feel sorry for Tara because that's wrong. I feel the empathy for her because I get up in the morning for work. So if I was to get up with Leo through the night, like somebody like you probably do with yours, but you work in a warehouse. I'm a mobile engineer, so I'm in charge of 3.5 ton van. So if I get tired at the wheel, it's pretty much like something serious is going to happen. So she does anything through the night she'll do. So a lot of the time you're knackered, aren't you?
With both kids, not just one.
Yeah, with Noah as well.
Yeah.
Leo is a cutie. Love that kid, says Leah.
Can I have him?
We all do until something changed. Last weekend, his older sister. Oh, mate. Last weekend, his older sister went to her nan, sorry, for the weekend. And because she weren't here for the weekend, bump, it was just like, oh my God. How Tara does it all day, every day, I don't know. Because at the end of the weekend, I was thinking, I can't wait to go back to work. It really does.
I actually empathise with her even more, knowing that she's got that to deal with and put up with you. So.
Oh yeah, I'm the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Dale says my son is also autistic and he loves spending time with the lambs at his mate's farm, and they will follow him around in the field. That's an idea. There's a whole farm or a deer park, yeah. Yeah, it's difficult.
As I was saying on Toby's live, animals are such a wonderful form of therapy, and people just can connect with them in such a way. It's incredible to see. And obviously you get a lot of therapy animals for people with, various this or that. And I know snakes, people with tremors and shakes and stuff, quite often snakes are quite good, comforting for them because it constrict and offer like a sense of security and comfort. It's quite incredible to watch.
Like they use weighted blankets for anxiety at night time.
Yeah.
Same type of thing.
Very much so.
See, with the bear at the moment, I'm still a little bit on edge because he's new.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to put a bow on somebody's shoulders and then get a blowing strike to the head or something. That would be foolish.
Carl, that was in the chat earlier, coming to do the racking. That's what happened to him. He had I think he said it was a 14-foot Burmese bump.
Yeah.
He just went straight for the top of his head. It was his mate's snake as well. So, but what I find really helpful is, when you're rehousing a pokey or you're rehousing an old world, and you've got to be on your game, but it's not stressful because it's not work. But you're fully engaged in it, and you're fully. It's just you and that spider and what you're doing. And I find those days and feeding days is the days where I forget absolutely anything and everything else, and you're just purely with that spider, aren't you?
Yeah, time ceases to exist when you're doing these things. It could take 5 minutes or half an hour, but it doesn't matter because you're so just engrossed in what you're doing. It's brilliant.
It's like when you start something like that, and then
until the little shit does a runner, and then you've got to destroy your entire room to find it again. That's not so much fun.
For Mictopus Richie did it to us yesterday on feeding. Got out about an hour and a half later. We find it. It literally gone from over there, come across the top of the boa tank all the way over to here, and it was up in the racking. So washing machine came out, absolutely everything, sweat everywhere. Tara's like she's like, she was laughing. She was saying, "Well, if I find it tomorrow for you, I'll find it tomorrow," which means you better find it now.
Or
I'm going to cut your balls off while you sleep, or it's going to get squished. Yeah, so it's like, my God, I've got to go get it. I want to see it handling when Scott gets the GTP. Green tree python's probably going to be next year, Peter, just purely because of the price. They're like £500 a baby, and we need to move house.
That's an understatement.
We need to move house. Dave says, boas are puppy dogs. Wait till you get your tree boa. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm handling the boa quite a lot, so I get used to it. The Amazon I probably won't handle until maybe until Dale's come down or something like that, and I've got somebody with a lot of experience in the same room, you know.
Until you're not a faggot.
Hi Tara, says Mark the Spider Guy. I've got all my Vivs on wheels, so easier to move, says Carl. Yeah, Carl setups are awesome. Yeah, you need to move to Wales, says Leah. Leah says we need to move to Wales.
Leah, you didn't want them in Wales. You lower the mortgage value.
It's dirt cheap to live in Wales. Rent in Wales compared to this
4-bedroom house in Wales is the same price as a 2-bedroom here.
Yeah, compared to this shithole is unreal. And you and where these houses are, you look and you think, my God, just the views, the scenery, the walks you can go on. Round here,
we'll be cheap as chips up our neck of the woods compared to what you're.
It's just ridiculous round here. And I mean, we don't live in a posh area of Coventry by a long shot. I mean, we live on the edge of a shithole. It's not.
We live in the middle of a shithole. What are you on about?
A brilliant
Not the edge.
Yeah. Unusual pets. I love Scott and Clara.
Love you too, Leah.
The Ammons are a different kettle of fish. You'll be lucky to get one that's not snappy. If it is, it will bite you every time you move just because it can. Yeah, Ellie's over in Wales as well. With work, it is a possibility. Back in 2019, wasn't it? With the company that I worked for, there was a job going, and it was mine. And I was like, then they said in 6 months' time you can start. In the same company, same job, just different area. That's all it was. Over in Wales. So we're looking at houses, all the rest of it. Tara's family's all in Wales as well. And they found this house. It's dirt cheap, big house, big garden, all the rest of it. I was like, wow, for the money, that is just unbelievable. And then after about 3 months, Tara's like, I don't want to move. So we ended up staying in Coventry. I was like, oh, fuck's sake.
But it is what it is, you know. Would you be where you are now had you made that move? You know, your lives could have been completely different. You might have hated it. You might have hated your job. You know,
it was the same job, doing the same thing, just in the countryside instead of in towns.
Wow.
I've got more family here that I get on with than I have in Wales. So
yeah, that's true. But
How
I mean,
far, what kind of drive time would it be if you were to move to Wales? How long would it take you to drive back to visit family and friends? And
about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Ah, well, that's nothing. Get packed up and get moving to Wales.
Yeah, see, with the mobile engineer job, I do more than that each day.
Yeah.
It don't faze me at all. Oh, hi, Dakota. Spider-Mom. Okay, y'all, I've got to go. Oh, that's just scrolled up. Let me just see what Spider-Mom's wrote. Got to go, run errands, then come back and work on videos. Much love. I hit 375 subs today.
Hey.
Hey,
Awesome.
Go on.
Awesome.
I can't wait to see her at 1,000. That would be absolutely awesome. I want to be the first channel member.
No, you're not. I am.
Fight.
I also stayed in the same village as a spider shop and didn't realise it said Bailey's Bug Blog.
Ah.
Boom.
Hi, Scott's Animals Adventures. No invertebrarian, he would have been in Wales rather than Coventry.
We need to arrange to go and visit the spider shop. That'd be awesome. Visit Gar, visit spider shop.
I'm guessing mid-2022 we'll be getting our new bungalow with an acre of land, says Peter Webster. Yeah. Where Leah is in Wales, we're off to see her pretty soon, actually. The spider shop is another 2 hours, isn't it? Because I think Leah's is 2 hours from here, but the spider shop is 4.5.
Yeah, because the spider shop's North Wales, isn't it?
No, it's more further to the coast.
Oh.
So
I have no idea its exact location. I would just go and find Gar and get Gar to take us over.
Philip Taylor on 30 minutes from TSS. Lucky git. Visit my invertarium, Adam, says Peter Webster.
Very much so, Peter. Very much so.
Spider shop is in Swansea, says Ellie.
That's the place.
West Wales, yeah. Oh, night, Dave. Take care.
That'll be all right.
Um,
If you can go to a
well-
spider shop and I'll go see my brother.
All right. Before people sort of disappear to bed, just double check that you are subscribed to Invertebrarian with the notifications on. And like we said earlier, just on his next video, if you find the video via those notifications, just comment the same
Okay.
thing. So
Hugely appreciated.
going on, because he might have to contact YouTube and say, look, what's going on with my channel? What have you done?
What's going on?
So if he's got the backup in comments to prove what's going on, they'll help him out then.
And I'll go
Very
full-blown
well.
rage mode.
Rage mode.
Brrr.
Oh, Anton's just sent me a picture. This could be interesting. What's this one?
You're on it.
Anton's got us on the big telly.
Oh, I'm just big me air bubble somewhere.
Who else has got us on the big telly? That's awesome.
I always wanted to be on TV.
Oh, he wanted to be on or do anything to go on TV.
Tell him to get his guitar out and start singing.
I know, yeah.
A canny wee man's in bed.
Oh. Adam, would you like my Nephilia Madagascariensis
Carascarensis.
for your collection? Thank you.
I would 100%. My concern is they seem to do better free range. But with the number of cats I've got, I don't think a free range specimen would work very well. But my last of my white spot assassins has just passed away. I've had the colony for years and they've just kind of dwindled out. So I've got an empty tank sat down there. I don't know what I'm doing with it. So I'm open to suggestions.
That's Ben Hayes.
That's Bonnie.
Beautiful, isn't it?
As it is.
I mean, I don't know what it is with the snakes now. It's like, oh, Kyle's got us on the big telly.
Hey! Big telly party.
Oh my God. So's Leah. Unusual Pets. That is absolutely mental.
I'm famous. I'm famous.
I find it a bit, I don't know, a bit weird.
That makes all right.
Yeah. Yeah, the morning geckos dropped 2 eggs out this morning.
Oh, congratulations.
So Tyra messaged me, call me. And I'm like, oh, I'll phone you. I was like, oh, babe, you all right? Yeah, you'll never guess what's happened. I was like, Leo's got his results through. No. The morning geckos have dropped eggs, but what they've done is they're in an exoterra like this. So they've dropped the eggs right up in the corner, so this door can't be opened. I mean, I know I've seen people take the eggs out and put them in other places and stuff like that. This is our first 2 eggs, so they're going to stay there until the
I'm
hatch.
just going to leave them to go naturally.
Yeah.
And was this a planned breeding then, or is this just it happened and you're going to leave her?
It happened, but they lay eggs every 4 to 6 weeks anyway.
Right.
When
Will
they're-
they be fertile? Is
Yeah, they don't need a male.
Yeah, they
All
don't
right,
need
cool.
male. They do produce the odd male, and they tend to be smaller and brown.
so will all the offspring be female then?
Yeah.
Stefan's got us up on the
Most of
TV. Most of them will be.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know a lot of species.
I'm Philip. Oh my God.
Tuesday night TV takeover with Adam and Scott.
I've got to show you this. Bailey, look at his feet. Get some socks on, man. Oh my God, my phone's
I
going.
just kicked myself in the head. I hate socks. I hate shoes.
And that's Russell. Well, got Reptile Innovations just had a clutch of GTP drop last week. Yeah, so going back to the morning geckos, yeah, they don't need a male to breed, but they do tend to throw out the odd male, and the theory is just genetics for that. But that's it, yeah. But that's why they go to somewhere they colonize so well, because they don't need a male.
Yeah.
I mean, if a species doesn't need a male, that is a sign of evolution, isn't it? Because males, we could possibly be the thing of the past, is what scientists are saying. Because
Wow.
the evolutionary step would be basically just
I
females
was
to have
going to say
babies, and
something
that's
then, but I
it.
don't think I will.
He's got his phone's blowing its dinger.
I'm going to keep showing.
Scott, stop showing me your snake.
That's Ellie.
I can't quite make out what that is there.
That's
Yeah.
Ellie. Ellie's got us up on a computer.
Oh, right. I was trying to work out what the spider was.
And we've got the axolotl about to lay eggs as well.
LP, I think.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Got some stripes.
Nice.
Big
What?
girl.
Eggs galore. All from my creatures too.
Oh yeah, we got the axolot is.
Yeah, I was contemplating, but I've just not got the space. It'd be really cool, but I've just not got the space just now for one or two.
We've got two in the same tank. She's about ready to drop her eggs. We were expecting them to come last night, but they didn't.
No, the morning geckos did instead.
So yeah, the morning gecko. But she's going to have between 100 to 1,000.
But what's the survival rate of that?
Depends on how you look after them.
Yeah,
True enough, I suppose.
we got told to separate the eggs completely, and then you'll have a much higher successful rate. But either way, I think after these eggs, we're going to have to split them both up anyway. Because the male and the female are going to need separate tanks, because once we've done them, we ain't going to want them to go again.
Too many eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just that. It's like if she has 1,000 eggs this time, and then if she has 1,000 eggs next time, where the hell are we going to find homes for 2,000 babies? It's almost not going to happen. 1,000, okay, yeah, fair enough. I've got a lot of friends in pet shops and stuff like that.
Pool.
We'll get a
A swimming pool.
Get a swimming
We'll just
pool.
dig out the garden and we'll bury her.
Yeah, she would. She'd get me doing it as well. Don't. But I've got a lot of friends that keep like a lot of fish. So I've got friends that keep fish rooms and fish houses instead of just a tank. One of my friends, Gaius, he's got a double garage all racked out with fish tanks. So he would literally have 10 or 15 of them in 10 or 15 different tanks. It's
mental.
Yeah, so I reckon I could get rid of probably close on to 1,000. But if we did it again, no chance.
I am Scott, I'm your axolotl dealer. I sell to you
No, it'd be like, yeah, have it for
just
£1.
little bags and a jacket.
And then how they put-
Which colour you like?
Well, yeah, the female's normal and the male's albino, so we're going to have a mix. The other thing we got going on is Tara's Damian Medius has got another round of eggs. You didn't candle it, did you? You just took a photo.
Yeah.
So she flipped it over on her hand and took a picture. And on the underneath, there's tons of green eggs inside again.
Cool.
So that when she dropped the first time, that was just like, oh my god. Again, another sort of spider that gets overlooked by quite a lot of people, I think, is the Damon Medius. The Harry Potter spider is probably better known as. So that is absolutely crazy.
You'll definitely need to keep us in the loop if there's any of them kicking about.
Definitely. Oh, there we go.
It's so bizarre how they store them on the underside like that.
Well, if he wants a couple, we can send him some.
There you go. Tara will send you some.
Hey, Scott,
If that's
bugger off you.
acceptable, we'll send you some up. Yeah. What it's they keep them on the underside, and when they hatch, they then I'm probably teaching an old dog, old tricks. Adam probably knows full well. But for everybody else in the chat, yeah, they're like scorpions. So the babies will climb onto the top of the abdomen, and they'll sit there until their first molt. And now when they molt, which is absolutely amazing, they molt hanging upside down, and the molts hit the floor. The female will go down, gather all the molts together. I mean, I didn't know this until we saw it happening, and then she will eat all those first molts. She'll eat the lot. In them. Yeah, because of the calcium in them, helps her rebuild and what have you.
Nature's mental.
Is it because of the calcium, or is it because maybe predators, when they're that tiny, will see and smell those molts and then go looking?
It's the calcium because they're in caves, aren't they? Normally.
Yeah. Carl said, we used to breed axolotls. The biggest problem was getting enough food for them. Yeah. It's was it the Daphnia? Didn't they need those as babies?
No, the brine shrimp.
Oh, brine shrimp. Brine shrimp. Yeah, the plan is just to go down to the Maidenhead Aquatics, boil their brine shrimp and try and get them breeding. Yeah, that is the plan. That is the plan. And
I don't have any breeding going on apart from my snails. I've got an abundant supply of ram's horn snails, but other than that, I've not actually got anything on the go.
Got the Psalmopoeia Semernia females on a sack.
Nice.
The cobalt blue. She's webbed up at the front of the burrow, so she's either on a sack now or she's molting, but I can't see into where she sits, and she's nowhere near.
Poke your finger in. Go and poke your finger in and find.
Yeah, I'll get that. You'll do that, won't you? Put your finger in, and then she'll just lick your finger.
Fuck off.
No, fuck off.
Mm.
Fuck off some Coles Tate Beecham.
Wow. Fuck off.
But then we're waiting for the OBT as well. But we've only just paired her up, and she munched in that male. Literally, that was just awesome. Absolutely awesome. I mean, it's devastating that you lose a male spider, but I bought him off Arachnophilia, and I didn't get attached. I put him in a setup, left him alone, fed him, didn't get attached, put him in with the female. He shook the house down. Little thing he was, just shaking and shaking and shaking. He went in, they paired, he come out, then he went back in, they paired, he come out, then he went back in for the third time. And I can say that I actually seen 3 definite insertions, because where the cork bark is, where she sits at the base, it's got a cracking down the side. Like a growth crack.
You could perv.
Yeah.
They're going at it and you're like that, peeking through the gap.
So there I was, looking through the gap. Could see a couple of the pairings. And then as they've paired up for the last time, I've gone to the top, and I've got the camera is facing down, and I'm watching it on the camera, and she is a big girl, and her leg just comes round the back of him. She puts it on his bum, and then just literally the other leg comes round, and she just goes crunch, and literally just folds him in half and ate him. She's at probably. This is about 3 weeks ago now. I think she's at 3 large, adult-sized crickets since then, and that's it. She's not really at much else. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I did see she was out and about 4 or 5 days ago, and her abdomen is looking fat and it's looking forward-facing. So
I've had no luck with breeding tarantulas at all. I had a female OBT, got a male to put in with her. Everything looked fine. He made up his own little house down at the back. She was kind of front. Left him a couple of days, went to check on them, and he'd killed her. She was dead and he was still alive.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? When does this ever happen? Apart from me, when does this ever happen?
That is absolutely mental.
I cannot believe it. I found her bloody dead, and he's still living out life in his little bloody silk tent that he made.
How is that?
I've been buggered if I know, mate.
From the back, surely.
I was absolutely gutted because she was a beautiful, beautiful OBT, and it was like, it's just that is my luck. Only I would have a male that would kill the bloody female.
Have you not tried any tree spiders?
I did a bred my Picaliana when I still had them, the false widow. I had a pair of Eresus Tegetos, but there was just no interest whatsoever there. They just didn't take. I've got a Scorpion commune, so hopefully when they're grown on a bit, they'll get jiggy with it. My Scorpius Italicus, I bred a couple of generations off of her. But as I was saying on Toby's, I don't know if you were there, if you'd gone away for a pee or something. I've had her now for about 6 years. She was donated to me about 6 years ago. And she was apparently about 2 when I got her. So she is certainly cracking on in years, but it's such awesome. Well, that's one of her offspring. She's in this one.
We bred our Sally a couple. Well, we bred her once, and then she'd give us 2 egg sacs.
Oh, I don't know if I can. So there she is there.
That's an awesome little setup.
And she is such a fantastic feeder. As I say, I've had her for about 6 years. She's about 8 years old, which for such a tiny little creature is pretty fantastic. Yeah, these tubs are... Oh. These tubs are super cool.
Just the job. Just the job.
Yeah. Right handy little things they are.
That's the thing that was one of the things that attracted me entirely to your channel, you know.
What was that?
Was one, obviously yourself, but then, you know, all your enclosures aren't all exoterras, aren't all the same, aren't all expensive ones behind you. Do you know what I mean? It makes it very you watch your channel, it's like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are just, you know, like, that is just a bog standard little tub, but it makes quite a nice. One of my favourite projects I ever did was my wall of jars.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
That's one of my Reese's. Where is it? Down here in the corner. You can't really. It's hiding in this webbing down in here.
Yeah, because you got them up on the side wall, didn't you? If I remember
yeah,
right.
Hold on. I'll make sure that's on there. They're on this little guffy bit of wall. There we go. So I just wall mounted them.
It's just an awesome use of space as well. And
they're literally just old tea, coffee, sugar jars that were kicking about out in the shed, and I just adapted them. I cut the plastic out the lid and glued mesh. Glued mesh in place for ventilation. So yeah, they're awesome. We jars. But these things are cool.
You see, I mean, we've got them in all sorts, absolute all sorts. We got them in plastic shoe boxes, all sorts of mad little. Oh, there's one Most of my enclosures are second hand as well. To be completely honest.
Most of mine are, and there's just I think that looks pretty smart with just. It's not complicated.
That's our female Salai from our own breeding, that was. I kept 2 back, 1 died. But I was speaking to Lee and Arden, and he said babies are exceptionally hard to sort of raise.
Yeah.
So I gave no end of those away. But like I said, quite a few of them died. She gave us a second sack, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, my where she is. It's just an old sweetie jar. Oh, there we go. My huntsman absolutely loves wherever she is. She's hiding. She's been dropping egg sacs, but they're just duds. She's down in here somewhere. You can see where she built an egg sac there,
Oh yeah.
but she's down in here.
Which huntsman is it?
Well, I don't know. That's why I can't find her a male, because it was just a random jiggery pokery. I don't think people. Oh, she's right on the ledge. She just behind me there. There she is. I was just about to take the lid off there, and then I saw her.
Oh yeah. I made
Cheeky.
that Sally. My God. Bailey's Bug Blog says, Adam, do you have the desert erosis? Well, I can't pronounce that, mate.
The Stegodiphyus. No, I did
dog.
have one. They are super. I think it was the Stegodiphyus lineatus I had. Really awesome, beautiful little spider. And I believe they can be kept communally. But no, I was only able to get one at the time. And I've not had any since. I've got Eresus Walcaneri, Eresus Tefruti, Eresus Tigetos, and Eresus Blue, I think. I think it's just the 4 I've got at the moment. But they're all like, this one's super teeny. This is...
Yeah, we've got a few death heads left. We think we've got about 3 or 4.
You can just make out the legs down in there, mate.
Got it.
That's a wild canary. But obviously it'll grow. There, if you're wanting true spiders, Eresus, because you cannot really... I've never gone wrong with one. They're absolutely great little spiders.
So we got an orb weaver. I gave it to Hadley Davis because Hadley popped down. He's got a big conservatory. He had his last one free roaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I said to Tara, you know, if I'm going to keep this, I can't put it in an enclosure. It's got to be released into the kitchen, left on the window or something. And she just said, not a chance. So I let Hadley have it. I was absolutely gutted that I had to pass it on to somebody else, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I know Gar keeps his free range in his spider room. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome.
He's got like a little square built for it, isn't he?
Well, he does, but it's now, last I spoke to him, it just webbed right in the middle of his room.
That's pretty cool. Peter Webster says, never done any breedings, just seem to have new additions that are gravid. Coleman says, all my vivs are secondhand from Facebook and pre-loved.
Gumtree.
Oh,
my wife scoured Gumtree and got us loads of freebies. It was awesome.
It's yeah, I find like if you start talking to people, that they suddenly go, oh, I've got this tank where I used to keep a lizard in it years ago, and it's just sitting in the loft if you want that. And I always say, oh yeah, brilliant. And we've got an Exoterra that way. And we've had two of these given to us now. And I just said yes to another 3 foot. When I picked it up, Tara was like, where are you going to put that? I was like, well, in the loft for now, because when we move, I'm going to have a lot more space. And then she's like, oh, well, my aunt is coming over from Wales, and she says she's got a 3 foot viv you can have and a fish tank. Do you want them? And I was like, yeah, we'll have those. And she got, where are they going? I was like, well, they're going up in the loft. Because when we move, I want to kind of get a house where you got 2 rooms and a kitchen. So then the second room can just be like animals. Either that, or if I can't get that, then I need a landlord that's going to say yes to me building something like Peter Webster's got in his garden.
Yeah.
Which is going to be like an invert shed.
Someone that wants to say hello.
Carl's a builder, a friend of mine. He's already agreed, like, yeah, no problem. We can build it. We can get the wood quite cheap as well. And then the insulation is going to be the only problem. And then humidity is the only other problem I can think of.
Plenty of people have done it, so you just need to speak to them about how they maintain it. Whether it's a mister or something like that. I picked up, don't know how well you can see them, I picked up them two for absolutely hee-haw from just down the village. People posted, and yeah, great.
Philip Taylor, H
Nothing
Mac,
wrong with a bit of recycling.
G Portrips, P Cam, P Emernia, and CD Blue.
What was that?
Philip says he's paired up H Mac, C Liv, H Gygus, Grammastolia Portrips, P Cam, which I think the Formictopus, Sarmopaeus Emernia, and CD Blue. What's CD Blue? Oh yeah, and he's also done David Bowie and Stephen Charlie. You got any David Bowie left, Philip?
The fingers are crossed.
Oh yes. Carl says having a reptile room is great, but they still spread into other rooms. Yeah, Carl has got some amazing setups, like some crazy amazing setups. I'm after 2 Exoterra Nanos. If anyone is gifting any, Owen in Coventry is selling 2, but I think he wants 30 quid for the pair.
That's still not bad. It's not bad at all.
Chiliobrachius Discolors Blue as well. I've got a adult female Discolors Blue. I've seen it twice, and that's it. In 2 years, I've seen it twice.
Well, did you not see my I put up on Instagram? It was just like photos of enclosures, these lovely enclosures I've set up. Not a spider to be seen in any of them. It's like the joys of tarantula keeping.
Oh god, yeah. Oh god, yeah. Well, then that's how you know your setups are good if you don't see your spider. They're obviously nice and comfortable because they're down in the hole, not wanting to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
They occasionally poke their head out. Make sure they've got water and throw in food every now and then. They seem to be quite content.
One of my favourite setups I've seen so far, I'll have to take pictures, is my mate. He's got UK soil from out the woods. He's got UK wood lice. He's got springtails. But then he's put a lot of moss in there, which then sprung ferns.
Nice.
So he's got loads of ferns. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It goes up like this as well. So the bag is all full of soil with ferns everywhere, all covered in moss. He's got some hardwood that's rotting on angles, and then he's got mossy bear in there. And he said he went into the woods and he found this teddy bear, and this teddy bear's up really old, but it's absolutely covered in moss. So he's put that into the wood, but it looks absolutely phenomenal.
And what lives in it? What's the enclosure for?
Morning geckos.
All right, cool.
And they breed like crazy in there. That's where I got mine from. I was like, wow, it's always got eggs. Always got eggs. And he says he says when they're breeding well like they do, it helps obviously fund his spider addiction.
Fair enough. I should have done that instead of rams horn snails.
Peter Webster's had 2 Bowie sacks and a Malaysian huntsman sack.
Oh, well done, Peter.
I've not seen any Haplopalma von Verve for like 3 years, but her 2 front feet. Ben Scott, I may have a snake you can buy from me if it starts feeding. It's a Kenyan sand boa.
We had one of them, and it just.
I would have to have a serious think purely because of space and what I want next and what have you. Peter Webster, I'm going to shoot now or need to sleep lots to do tomorrow. Stay safe. Night, Lord Peter. Take care.
See you, Peter. Take it easy, mate. I'm actually on holiday now, so I'm just.
Peter, if you're still feeling down, my inbox is always open, mate.
And mine.
And Tara's and
mine, absolutely.
Definitely.
But you should know that. You should know that, Peter, if you're still here. He's maybe not here.
He's gone. He's
away.
He's away.
Were you mocking me there?
A little bit.
I'll let you off. There's a child.
Definitely mine, isn't it? Look, the fat git.
It.
It is definitely mine.
It. All he ever does is he just smiles. He's just happy
Smiles
child.
and eats.
Are you sure he's yours?
Yeah, it's a bin man.
Yeah. About 2 years ago, just that bin man story. 2 years ago, Tara's blue bin got filled up with just anything by people walking past. So it was literally just filled up with any old rubbish, and that's the recycling bin. And the bin man come and emptied it, and I was like, "How did you get that emptied?" And she said, "Oh, he just wanted a light for his cigarette, so I gave him a light." And then she fell. Well, then we fell pregnant with Noah, so I was like, "Yeah, it's that bin man." So it's just like a private joke. Like,
That's how it always starts with a full bin, eh?
oh yeah.
That's your piggy. That's your piggy.
He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And what? So yeah. And what? He gets really annoyed when it's dinner time, and if Tara's doing dinner or if I'm doing it, if you bring in Leo's, which is our middle son's dinner, and then Layla's, he'll clock that, and if he doesn't get his first, he'll have a right, Paddy.
Do you never find when you're cooking in the kitchen, does that have no negative impact on any of the collection or anything then?
I've never noticed anything. No.
Not like a build-up of grease or...
The only thing I notice is the frog that watches me, Chicken Nugget.
Yeah. The southern toad watches Tara cook. I've never noticed any. We've got tumble dryer on in here as well, washing machine.
Mark's going as well.
Oh, Mark, I'm going now. My eye is getting a bit sore looking at the screen. Bye, Scott Tara. Bye, Adam. See you later, Mark. Yeah, get that eye some rest. Yeah. But I suppose in the wild, the morning starts off cooler and then it warms up and then goes cooler.
Yeah.
So I suppose with the temperature in here is about 25 degrees. So I suppose the washing machine, tumble dryer being on doesn't increase it too much. The cooker does. Cooker increases up to about 28, 29. So it's kind of what they're experiencing in the wild anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I know quite a lot of hobbyists use the kitchen, but I've always been a wee bit concerned about keeping things in the kitchen just because of, fumes and that as you're cooking or burning stuff.
Well, the only time things like that happen is when Scott cooks.
That I was going to say, but I was...
Oh, don't even go there. I put some beef in yesterday to cook, obviously. And I was like, babe, I'm going to go pick Carl up. Can you check the beef? Yeah, she didn't check it. So when I come back, it was black on the outside, but perfect on the inside.
You didn't tell me you left it on 200. You could have turned it down.
I know. I said, check the beef. Okay, babe.
Yeah, but it's common sense.
Okay,
if it was me and I'd gone out, I'd turn it down first. Not leave it on 200.
Well, all right. It's still my fault, apparently.
Yeah, it is your fault.
Welcome to Scott's Inverts, where Scott and Tara are having a domestic in the kitchen.
Don't, because I'll start throwing plates at you.
Do that could be entertaining. Just waiting for a pan to whack you off the side of the heat.
Oh, that's Layla. That is Layla. Usually twats me with
spatula.
something. We're in the kitchen, and I mean, I'm off camera, away from YouTube, all the rest of it. I'm a bit of a daft one, so I've come into the kitchen dancing away like this. And I've gone by the side of her, and I've put some metal on the echo, and I said to Layla, "This is proper 90s music." Started jumping up and down, headbanging, and then she's doing this, and then she's gone like out with a spatula as I've come down. So she's cut my head open across here. I was like,
Definitely didn't do it on purpose.
it's always your stuff. I opened up the cupboard and her guitar fell out. And do you know where where you tighten the strings up with?
Yeah.
There's little
pegs. Yeah.
one of those hit the top of my head, and I've gone, that fucking hurts. Stood up, said, who the bloody hell's put this in the cupboard? And as soon as I opened the cupboard, it's fell out, twatted him on the head. And literally, like a line of blood just come running down my face. I was like, oh gosh. Tara's like, you need to go hospital. I'm like, no, I don't, because dinner's nearly done.
So the truth of the matter is, Tara's trying to create a accidental looking She's trying to bump you off and make it look like an accident so she can cash in the life insurance.
Oh no, if I was trying to do that, I'd manage it.
She just laughs.
Fridge mysteriously topples over.
I've come home from work.
Yeah.
What? I think it's about a year and a half ago. And what happened is I was doing a forklift repair. So I've got the forks up in the air, and hi Exotics Radio Podcast. Hi Cracks. And then I'm changing the hose underneath the forks, and I stands up, headbutts one of the forks. It cuts my head open across there, blood everywhere, all the rest of it. Finished the job. I thought, right, well, I'll go home, see how it is. So I've come in home. Tara's just looked at me, started laughing.
What else am I supposed to do? Cry?
No sympathy, just starts laughing. After about half an hour, then she's like, I think you need to go to the hospital. Because I'm sitting there with a tea towel like this. And literally, Tara's just finished doing the dinner. I was like, no, I'm not going anywhere. Dinner's done.
Food.
Yeah. Food. So I had food and managed to almost stop the bleeding, just bleeding out the corner, wasn't it? And then that stopped.
Side, it was that side.
This side.
Yeah, you got a big scar.
No. But that did knock me but 20. And then yesterday I cracked this bit underneath a lorry. I've got a little bruise here.
So it's just that you're an absolute bloody klutz then. It's not having to do with anybody.
It's my head. I don't seem to whack any other part of my body apart from my head.
Told ya.
I was like,
you're all giving him a big head.
I was like trying to do this hose under a lorry yesterday. I was like this, and there's like a metal girder that runs down underneath it. It's an Asda lorry. So my face is about that far away, but the air brakes are by my feet, and they've got a release valve underneath them, which you push in, and it lets all the air out. So I've lifted my foot up to get my balance. It's done that. It's made me jump, and I've just gone bump and then put the fucking girder.
Because they're all giving you a big head.
You should.
I called it all the names of the sun. It didn't apologise. Didn't say nothing. Or
you should carry a GoPro around with you and just set it up and make a compilation of like
Scott's Inverts accidents. Oh my word! My word! I fell over in the front room. I fell over in the kitchen.
You dropped a box of crickets.
I've dropped a box. Yeah, several boxes of crickets.
Oh, that's a nightmare when that happens.
Oh, I found it funny. I did.
Hi, Gordon.
We set up a breeding box for crickets, and then the cats decided to knock it over during the night. So obviously, you got dirt everywhere, bug gel, crickets, plastic. It was just.
There we go. Ben says, and this is why we all love Tara.
Why?
I've lost count the amount of times I've come home from work and Tara's gone. There's a cricket climbing up the kitchen wall. Or hoppers. Hoppers, isn't it, usually?
Oh.
Hoppers.
The sound of them. Don't. It sets my teeth on edge.
But the crickets, I keep them up high because then they're like, you can hear them calling. It's quite relaxing at night time.
No, it's not.
Do you know when everybody's in bed, just open the window, let a bit of cool air in, and then it's just like, yeah, it's just chilling.
I do quite like it when you start chirping away sometimes. Shake the box. It's like, chirp, my pretties, chirp. Lull me to sleep.
Yeah. Gordon's just rehoused his fire leg. Oh, nice one, Gordon. Seeing his Exotics Radio podcast, seeing as you two guys have just popped in, if you wouldn't mind just double checking that you're subscribed to the Invertebrarian with your notifications on. He's having a bit of an issue at the moment with people getting with his bit of a problem at the moment with his notifications. So if you get a video, his next video that you see on through notifications, if you could just comment on that video that you saw it through your notifications, that would be absolutely amazing because he's having a bit of an issue with YouTube at the moment.
I wouldn't see it through notifications. I get emails because I've got premium.
I get notifications on my phone. It all comes up.
I get emails.
Yeah.
Because the premium's on my email.
I get notifications, but people are saying that when I'm uploading, they're not getting notified. It's doing me head in.
Do you know what? I don't think I've been notified for a while from you. Let me just double check. I've got my notifications turned on. type in that, and yeah, subscribed. Which,
I think it's just YouTube being a pain in the arse.
Oh, Adam's on 1.96. Surely there's got to be a few of you that are not subscribed that can get him a bit closer to the 2K goal.
Please. I will pay you in sun beetles.
No, I didn't get the into the Fangiverse. I didn't get a notification for that one.
I did.
I'm going to watch that one.
Look at that! Look at that outfit.
I got a notification for his last one as well. The one 2 days ago.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, you can Ben if you want.
So I've been getting notifications.
Well, that's good to know. That's good.
Oh, Mark, that was Mark the Spider guy on the TV.
I get notifications because I'm special.
Ellie's message.
Yeah, you're better than Scott. He smells.
Oh, that's it. That's Ellie's LP. It's just hooked out.
Beautiful spiders.
Gordon says, "Does anyone know where I can get hold of a Brazilian jewel? That the Delichitheli diamantinensis? I think drop Joe Cashmere a message.
I don't remember seeing any recently, but
I'm sure he had babies." Heads up for Cracks podcast on Friday. Please pop in. Hope she doesn't mind saying. No, we on a Friday, Exotics Radio podcast Cracks. She's from Sweden. She does like a podcast style live. So it's just the logo is up, and it's like a radio style live.
Does she not do Wednesdays anymore?
Yeah, she also does Comfy Pants Wednesday, but this is for Fridays, and it starts at 8 p.m.
At least I remember.
It starts at 8 p.m. What I really enjoy doing is just putting it on, because it's not a video. So you're listening to a chat. They put music on as well. But Cracks has literally got one of the most relaxing female voices ever. So I like to put it on and do some feeding or do some maintenance or do whatever. She has guests on as well. Cracks. Adam, get Adam on.
nobody'd understand me.
Yeah, they've had me on.
Translator.
They've had me on, so they'll be all right. Oh, she's doing a face reveal on Friday as well because she's just hit 101 subscribers. But yeah, there's quite a few of us that watch. Literally, she does another one on a Wednesday called Comfy Pants Wednesday. Fridays have a drink with me Friday. But yeah, it's really relaxing. Such a nice, chilled. Night. Yeah,
chill.
Oh,
which is what you want on a Friday night.
I can, and you should. Leah, I'll watch Cracks. Adam, are you doing anything Friday at 8 p.m?
I am not a Scooby-Doo, mate. I try not to think that far ahead.
I think. Yeah, I'll send you her Facebook profile.
Cool,
once we've. That's what Ben's just said.
That is very, very cool. Oh,
that is gorgeous. Let me just send you over Cracks. Not racks, Cracks.
Hello.
Oh,
hello. I say hello. She's actually blind. She's lost her sight.
Oh.
Well, she can see shapes. Her sight.
From a distance, but she walks into gates and shit.
We better never rearrange the room because she'll be bashing off everything.
Right, let's send you there.
So what projects have you got non-snake related? What projects have you got coming up, Scotty? Go, oi, come on, give us wee spoilers.
Oh,
Give us a spoiler.
well,
Oh, clue your own log.
this tank here is going to be changing. Now, I'm toying with the idea of having a massive assassin bug setup.
Which variety?
P. Herodia.
Nice.
But then we've just had the Apophysis has just molted. And she's turning out to be a big girl. And then we've got the Blondie as well. So we're thinking maybe do a Blondie or a Apophysis setup. Which would be like, I need to stack some timber up at the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do the filler. But then in the corner, stack a tube, sort of this sort of size up, spray over the top of that. So then when I pull the timber out and pull that tube out, it then gives me sort of this much space to put substrate. Cool. And then in the corner, it will go up, it'll arch up. So that tube can then be cut down a little bit. So then that could hopefully create kind of a burrow.
Nice.
Put some live plants in there, put some springtails in there, put some isopods in there. I can't remember the name of the isopod that can safely live with spiders. If Scott's Animal Adventures is on here, he'll know the name. And then put the Blondie or the Apophysis in there. I think the Apophysis is in there because she's absolutely gorgeous. But that's an idea for this one.
No, I'm going to chop you up and stick you in there.
Then
that'd be a waste of a viv. Just Scott's face peering out like someone off The Shining.
We'll walk in and hit it with a pan every time I walk in.
Capers Hattie Hat. We've got a male coming for her, mature male. So that bit where she is now is 22 degrees, which is pretty cool. And then I've started drenching her, so she'll now move a bit further down the shelf and get a bit cooler, and then ready for the male coming in this weekend actually. So got that project that's on the go. What else we got on the go? Oh, the racking as well. The racking build for the Amazon tree bower. We're still thinking about that. And then the other little spoiler giveaway type thing is
a didgeridoo.
I'd love a didgeridoo.
You are a didgeridoo.
We've got Tara bought me this, and in a lot of videos I'll keep putting that on the table and then putting stuff on top of it, which looks all nice and good and everything, but I keep marking it. I don't want to mark it. I mean, she said it. How much did you say that was?
£7.
It was only like £7 posted, but then it's vinyl as well. So what I want to do is cut it down like where you got the black. Cut it to here, and then it will fit. It will fit here, and then I'm going to put a little only probably about sort of that wide table that I'm going to have to build into this corner. So then it'll be black bottom with that behind it, so I can do any rehousing or anything there.
But then will you not lose that shelving space?
No, because this will be on a small timber frame.
Ah, right.
So I can just hang it. I've got that, and then
just pull it down.
I've got the green screen which I want to try and work into the racking, so I can just hang it.
You know, like the blinds, pull down blinds. Get one of them for there.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. Pull down blind.
See, my ideas.
But that's it. It's more like the projects that I want to do are like more what I want to do for myself instead of the actual channel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Scott, send me the link to join. I have a couple of things coming up. I don't mind talk about on here. Is going to make it into a big video. Also, Scott, if you're going to breed, take his webbing if you can and put it in her enclosure. She'll be less likely to reject him. Hi,
Yeah.
CSF. What we do, Cracks, is fantastic tarantulas breed some ultra rare spiders, which have been tried and failed by quite a lot of people. And I said to him, I says, how do you manage it, Hadley? And he doesn't mind telling you. He'll tell everybody. And what he does is he gets a feather and he'll rub that feather over the male's sperm web and then just tap it over the female's enclosure, especially where the female is. And what that does is transfer the pheromones without having to mess around with the web. So I'm going to give that a go with the Hattie Hattie and see if that works.
No Barry White, no candles needed.
A bit of Barry White.
Just a feather and a wee tickle.
A bit of Barry White, few candles, a bit of that chocolate body paint for him.
What are the chances? What are the bloody chances?
There you go.
I'm ready for breeding.
Where's Mrs. Invertebrarian? Is she got
to tickle her with a feather later?
Is she waving the feather back at you?
No, she's probably more likely to smack me over the head.
I was just about to say I'd punch you one.
See, she's going to punch me one. See, it's not just your partner that's ready to offer up some level of violence against your goodwill.
I think we're very lucky with the partners we've got.
We are indeed. I wouldn't trade her in.
No,
unfortunately for us.
No, I wouldn't trade Tara for the world. Really wouldn't. That's not just because you stood there.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Stop sucking up. They don't suit you.
I've got to just give up smoking. It's like somebody's took my nicotine away, and it's like, no, give it me back.
You know what? I don't miss it. I very rarely I do, but in general, I don't miss. Like I gave up smoking. 7 years ago?
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'd end up murdering
I
someone.
was through here.
Been here 8 years.
So about 7-8 years ago, I stopped smoking.
If I did it, I think Scott's Inverts would be no more.
Yeah, about to start a smoke myself. Terry just said he wishes he was that lucky. This has gotten to Scott's Inverts After Dark. Well, yeah, that's the title, Scott's Inverts After Dark, Reptile Innovations. It's like a lot of my lives, we talk about inverts, but then we go way off subject, because you know what I'm like, and we go into anything and everything.
Go on a tangent about feather tickling and...
Yeah, all sorts.
Spuds.
Square sausages.
So you can't beat a square sausage, mate. Square sausage on a roll. Num num num.
See, on a batch. But
on a batch.
The batch. I got 2 king baboons given last Monday, says nice. Very nice. See, I mean, Iceland has started doing the square sausages. Well, I say started about 5 years ago, but they're not what I'd call square sausages.
They're more rectangle.
At all. They're more English sausages in the shape of a square.
So it's not a proper lawn sausage, is what you're saying?
Nowhere near.
No.
They're more rectangle than square, though.
I mean, I suppose when you're younger, sausage is a sausage, isn't it? But when you get older, you do appreciate the little things in life. And one of those is Scottish sausages are the best sausage out there, by far.
You just turn into a connoisseur of the sausage, is that what you're trying to tell us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
breaking news, Scott's Inverts loves a sausage. I'll gobble them things all day long.
No comment.
Keep it PG tonight, mate. Where is Princess Richard when you need him? He'll be at work. Right, I have to go get some sleep, says Leah. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the stream. Nice to see you on the stream, Adam. Leah's not off to get some sleep.
She's off to go and play with the baby quails.
The feather tickling has just got Terry on the go, so he's off with the feather tickling and Leah.
Little tiny quail feathers.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's off to play with the baby quails. Apparently, not asleep.
Oh, there's a cat. Anakin, come and say hello.
Got work in the morning, isn't she?
Now Adam's playing with his pussy.
Jealousy gets you nowhere, sausage boy. Got the piano scene in my head now with all the sausages dangling.
That's Gibbons, isn't it? Didn't you say?
Gubbins, mate.
That's Gubbins.
That's when you're doing your gubbins.
Doing the Gubbins. I'll have to
Not
remember. That's a sausage eating.
That's sausage.
Oh, right. Ben's been asking to come on for about an hour. So I'll send him the link.
I think I'm gonna.
Well, what I'll do, because my battery is probably running quite low, is I will scoot off and let Ben come up.
Anton, don't even go there. Haha, sausage boy, he said. Every live I fucking do now, he's going to go sausage boy. Every picture he sends me, he's going to go sausage boy.
It's just going to be your face on a sausage. You get that in a t-shirt, just Scott's face on a
sausage.
Say Scott's inverts underneath.
Exotics Radio Podcast. So I want to thank Tara for letting me practice with the colours on the gecko. Now doing a bird. Yeah, Exotics Radio Podcast is a phenomenal artist as well. So, and she's done us a gecko, and it's the gecko which is the one that Leo's fascinated with.
Oh, he absolutely loves that picture. Loves it.
Oh, Anton says he said Ben now having all the fun. See, Anton's not too far away from you, and there's one of his babies.
That's pretty damn cool.
The green tree python.
If he's not far from me, I'm going to go get it, and then just to piss you off.
500 quid a baby.
You can borrow one.
Well, mind you, you're both Scottish, so he's going to give you the Scottish.
Scots rates, mate. I'm sure I could squeeze it in somewhere there. I'll call it Sausage Head, and then every video we'll have Sausage Head.
I've just sent you his profile as well. So I sent you Anton's and Crax's. Scott, get a mod to link Cratch's Twitch. What? I'm not on Twitch. What do you mean? Get a mod to link Crax's.
Get
Twitch.
a moderator to put a link up for our Twitch. What is this technology in which you speak of?
What is this? What is this Twitch?
Let me squint at my screen because I'm too vague to wear my glasses.
Opticians is the next thing for me, you know.
I've been telling you for the last 3 years you need to get your eyes tested. Haven't I?
Shut up.
I was the same. I got nagged and I was like, there's nothing wrong with my eyes. And I went to opticians. They gave me glasses and I realized just how blind I bloody was.
I've been telling you for the last...
It's, I don't know. It's like admitting you're old, isn't it?
I've told him he needs glasses. He wakes up next to this every morning and it don't bother him. So he definitely needs glasses.
I think you're the one who needs the glasses if you looked at him properly.
I've got glasses. I just don't wear them. I see too much when I wear them.
Exactly.
If she wears glasses, she'll realise on the tape measure that isn't actually 8 inches. But yeah, I do need to go get the eyes checked. I don't suit glasses.
Well, I put my glasses on. Leo laughs his head off at me until I take them off.
Oh, I do Twitch for the art, says Exotics Radio Podcast. Things like this.
Crack out the
art.
Dickhead.
I'll give you a smoking deal on a blue-green tree python morph. Jayapuria locality, says Reptile Innovations. There you go. Exotics Radio Podcast has dropped it down. Which is a Twitch for artwork. So go jump on that.
Yo.
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 With the kids in it,
Yo.
you get me?
Yo.
Yo.
I didn't get it because I've switched to iPhone, so I didn't know how to do it. So I was there for ages.
You do it like this. You do it like this.
God.
Ah, it's more like this, mate.
That's it. See, Adam's the grandmaster. I'm just a trainee,
Hey,
apprentice.
don't you forget, Jedi Master, Padawan, you are.
The bleeding hell's that?
What is that?
Blue tongue skink.
I thought it was a crocodile then.
Blue. Whole Blue Panthers has got crocodiles. Well, we can see its jaw. Oh, that is a beauty.
Mm.
Are they all wild caught though? Or do you get them captive bred?
She's captive bred. She's like 7 years old.
That's cool.
She's a beauty.
Can be very funny when it comes to people though.
Have you had a
Yeah,
for
they can be quite defensive, can't they?
Yeah. And no, Scott, I've only had her 3 months. Some guy was leaving the country, so he wanted to get rid of her. But are you going to be...
Does that mean you got a cheap?
I got it for free.
Oh, happy
That's better
day.
than cheap.
That is much better. But oh yeah, I've seen them ones. Beautiful. I think he probably knows that it's not going to go anywhere from you.
Well, with the 11 years experience I've got, I think a lot of people would like come to me around here.
That's Beta Fish, Siamese Fighter. That's Crack's Exotic Radio Podcast artwork.
That's stunning. That is a brilliant picture.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that is nice. I've got...
That's cool.
I'm picking up a Chinese water dragon tomorrow. But that's one of the projects that I'm got coming up. I'm building, I think it's 4 foot long, 4 foot high by 2 foot deep viv for it.
I was about to say they are quite high vis for those, aren't they?
Bear in mind it's only this big.
For now.
You turn that down.
For now.
No, it feels when yours is constantly going ding, 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 ding every 2 seconds. Mine's like literally every 2 hours, not 2 seconds. Been like yours.
Well, I got told, didn't I?
If my phone wants to ping, it can
I'm
ping.
not saying much because Tara's army's in the chat.
Yeah. My whole army. My soldiers are in there.
Dun, 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 dun. That's my soldier tune.
She's got her own little Facebook group, Tara's Army.
You're not allowed to be jealous.
Is that a retic?
Boa.
It's a boa. That's a big boa.
She's 7 foot.
Ours is a wee bit off of that.
You think she's big? Should I pull out my other female that's 14 foot?
That ain't a knife.
This
This is. Yeah, go on then. If it's in the mood, that is.
It's just like he's on and he's off. He's like.
Right,
It's like that memory game. What was it on the they used to the items that go past. You got to remember them all.
Oh,
Like Brucey or something. Bruce Forsyth.
not Generation. Is it Generation Game?
It was Generation Game, wasn't it?
Yeah, on the conveyor belt, and there's always said "Cuddly toy."
A stick owl.
Oh, and Anton wants to know if that bow is a hypo.
she's a albino hog island.
Oh, we're
Very-
serious now. The hook's out.
Yeah,
Proper hook.
very.
He's
albino hog
sweating
island.
as well. He's sweating.
Oh yeah. Albino hog islands are very rare to come across.
Then if it don't want to come out, don't worry about it.
I only use a hook for him because he's very temperamental.
If we hear screaming,
Yeah, you know why.
Has it had you though? Has it bit you in the past?
No, but he can be very.
Right, I'm gonna get the kids sorted and go to bed.
Oh, no.
When I got him from the guy, I'm not going to give him a name. He was fed every day,
oh, the heck.
so he's very.
It's a bit excessive.
So I got told ours one large rat every 3 weeks.
How big's yours?
We're having a snake size competition now, are we?
Oh,
5 foot.
Think chip a lot and take off a couple of centimetres.
Oh, that one's a beauty.
it's just normal, but you see what I mean when I say it's very overweight.
What did you say? Just.
He's a chunky monkey.
That is a beauty. What size Viv do you need for that one?
At the minute, he's in a 5 by 2 by 2, but he's going to get 8 by 3 by 3.
Oh, nice. Is he out a lot then?
I get him out probably 3 times a week.
I mean, he used to be out a lot more, but then COVID hit and he was on home restriction, and but season off, so he goes out every few days. He's a beauty, absolutely beautiful.
Very.
So was he a rescue then? Did he come to you as a rescue, or how did you end up?
So
Body.
the guy messaged me. I went, I prefer my retics more than boas, and I see you've got a retic for sale. I was like, yeah. And then he was like, I'll swap you my 2 boas for the retic. I was like, all right. He drove all the way down from Doncaster, 4.5 hours to drop me 2 boas, which is mental.
Mental.
Adam, this is all your fault. Do you know on Messenger when you can message somebody, you can change their name? That's Anton.
That's all right. I'm changing it later as well.
Bastards.
You two bastards.
Bastards.
Forevermore, I'll be sausage boy. How will I ever live it down? I'll get a little tattoo of a sausage.
Little sausage.
So what have you reduced his diet down to then?
What?
You were saying he was completely overfed. What was it, a rat a day he was getting?
Mm-hmm.
So what have you got him on now?
He's having a rabbit every 3 months.
Yeah, cool.
But like when I got him, you couldn't even get a hand like even round him.
What a blooming shame.
That's what I had to do with the corn. He was being fed a mouse every week. So I had to reduce him down to a mouse every 2 weeks. And now he's on a mouse every 3 because he's still a bit fat.
Mental.
Which can apparently reduce their lifespan. So.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
anything if it's overfed, well, hopefully it's better hands now. Hello.
No,
so
I'm
grumpy looking.
Every 3 weeks, Anton.
I don't even know where she's gone. But it's one of the animals that I don't handle.
Behind the house.
Yeah, more likely. Yeah, she's digging.
Oh, there goes the
And what was that?
That's a Euromastic.
Yeah.
Will that just literally go for you if you try handling it then, or is it claws or?
I went to pick her up the other day, and she jumped literally probably about a foot in the air and bit my hand.
Did you get your bar out?
Not as much as I was saying on Toby's live earlier. When I used to run the business, we used Coraline quite a lot. But after we stopped the business, we generally tend not to get her out as much. But she's a big, beautiful snake. The snakes were more my wife's hobby. So it was her that kind of got into this. You are going to get spammed. Everybody just spams Scott with You've only yourself to blame. So just take time to think upon that. I'm shaking his head.
How come I can hear Steve Irwin's voice? She's angry. Says the Exotics Radio podcast. When was that?
Dun, dun, dun.
I can't hear nothing.
Where are we now? Oh,
Reptile
The
Invasion says
the happy one.
that vision cage looks dangerous up there. Is it screwed down?
It overhangs because what happened? I'll explain the story, mate. Let me put this back.
I thought that was a microwave.
To the sausage.
What happened the other day is the big bar I brought out at first. She thought it'd be funny to get out. She physically ripped the back of her bib out, and climbed behind them, pulled this forward. I was like, oh my god, this is not going to go down too well. So I pulled this down, got her from behind and forgot to push it back. But that's the only vision cage I've got. Hello.
We actually got woke up a couple of nights ago by a large clatter banging of stuff, and one of the cats had shot up and dragged everything down on top of Coraline's our huge boa, and because the wedge wasn't in, Coraline actually managed to slide her door open and get out. I think one of the cats absolutely cacked itself and tried to sort of jump out the way and just cascade everything all over the place.
So I mean, our boa is up on this part of the rack here, which is a big reveal, obviously, once we've done what we've got to do. And that overhangs by this far, but there's about 20 screws holding that in, literally just in case. So we've literally put screws all across the back and always all down the middle as well. Count the sun come in, so he can't catch those screws at all. Do you know what I mean? It'd be a pain in the bum if I ever have to move it, but you know, it's safe.
Well, you will if you move in house.
Yeah. Well, we're not moving house just yet. We've got to find one, and that's a long story. That's why cats aren't allowed in my studio, says Zox Radio podcast. I have to be careful with my boa because when I get the boa out, if it goes too close to like any of these, it tries going inside.
Yeah, get around the back and over the top. And
Yeah.
Just don't get like me and have multiple boas.
Yeah. Dale's already mentioned that. I know Dale Strong. He used to keep a lot of boas. Adam's playing with his pussy again.
It's a 3-legged one.
That one's not very impressed.
Yeah, it's not a happy bunny. It's maybe the cat. It's maybe like.
You're not biting me.
Oh, he's going to bite you.
Stop.
It's going to have you.
Grumpy cat.
Stop.
Oh,
Be back in there.
Anton, thank you so much. Anton's just put a $5 on the chat. Loving the new blue.
No. Have my.
What's that one?
So for the past 6 months, I've been paying off like some boas. These are Central American black-eyed anneries, and look at like I don't know how well the camera will pick that up.
That's pretty cool looking.
But his tail's like solid black.
That's cool.
You wouldn't think it, but this snake's in shed, and he doesn't care.
I might have to get the Kelly out.
As you can tell, I just keep reptiles.
My Kelly is, as you know, the number one snake.
We're all in trouble now. Scott's a way to get a snake out. So how many have you got then? How many?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 snakes along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 lizards, 3 tortoises, 1, 2, 3, 4, along with 4 spiders.
Nice. And you plan on getting any more, or is that you kind of reached your limit?
I had more spiders, but do you know when we went through that phase where it went really hot and really cold?
Yeah.
I lost quite a few there.
It's the weather, I think. Oh, thought Scott was about to get a nip there.
Number one.
The one that really annoyed me was my female OBT.
Yeah.
I raised her from a sling, and I was just like, damn it.
I was in two minds about getting this one out because it was moving a bit funny.
Oh, that just reminds me. I had an albino king snake, but that sadly passed away from old age today. She was about 18. But because I keep a lot of my animals in tubs, like in a rack.
Yeah.
And I opened her tub and she was just laying there. I was like, fuck.
Oh, man. That
So,
sucks.
but I wouldn't get another one.
Mate's got the king snake in solid black.
Yeah, it'd be the MBK.
The Mexican black, yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Beautiful.
Literally the same size as this, and they've just bought it. Got a 6 foot viv, about 3 foot tall. Absolutely gorgeous.
But so on Thursday, I'm going over to the RSPCA Reptile Rescue in Brighton. I don't see that going down too well. I see me leaving with a tegu because I've always wanted a tegu. I just never had the space for one.
They have to come and check your setup and all sorts, don't they? RSPCA?
Yeah. Should certainly hope so, yeah.
But it's what I find weird with the RSPCA. They say that you need an 8x4x4 to keep a tegu, but you go into their rescue centre, they've got
They'll be
tegus in 4-foot ribs, which makes no sense to me.
That's because it's temporary accommodation.
Yeah.
And if they didn't house them in something like that, then obviously they wouldn't be able to. So yeah, sometimes have to take the good with the bad.
They've got a big rough rope monitor. Like, she's huge. We're talking probably about 5 foot. And
the sausage ball has dropped.
They basically want an enclosure from where my tanks start here, round, and to my other wall. So that would be...
Just be an entire room. Just chuck a couple of branches inside your room and be like, there you go.
There you go. So that
water dish.
That enclosure would be 8 foot long by 9 foot wide by 9 foot tall.
9 foot tall for a Tegan?
No, that's for a rough rope monitor.
For what, sorry?
A rough rope monitor. They get like... But the picture of the lizard I sent you earlier, Scott, is a Nile monitor. A dream species. I was just like, I'm going to get it.
Oh, I thought it was actually yours.
I paid the deposit on her. I'm going to have a look at her on Thursday just to check her over and that. Because you know what people are like when they sell you that sort of thing. They can have all sorts wrong with them.
Yeah, mics and stuff. I feel left out, so I'll use a spud that's sprouting some stuff, and I'll just do this with it.
So
for the SN to get this one out for me.
Scott was talking about the Amazon tree boas earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I've had a very good look into these things because I'm big on my boas. I want something that wants to kill me. So I was like, do I get one of those or do I get a green tree python? I was thinking
both. Green tree python doesn't need a lot of room.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I was thinking, if I get both, I know someone that sells Amazon tree boas. They vary from 50 quid up to like 900 quid.
Even the Amazon boa is a stunning snake as well,
But my local pet shop, I'm applied for a job there, and they've said I've got a strong chance of getting it because of my experience. And they've got a big 95 by 60 by 60 Exoterra. So I'm thinking of going for that with an Amazon tree boa.
You just be like, you don't need to pay me a wage. Just every now and then, I'm going to take something away from the shop.
Take something out the shop. That's now mine.
I've earned that one there.
That's the shop that I use for all my frozen stuff like that.
Amazon tree boa, I think 3 foot wide, and it's going to be 4 to 5 foot tall.
If I had an Amazon tree boa, I think I'd have it in 4 foot wide by 9 foot tall by 2 foot deep. Just because I'm weird like that, and I like my enclosures to be awfully tall for some reason. Like, it's my Chinese water dragon, like I was saying, it's only a baby, but it's going to have a 4 foot tall enclosure by 2 foot deep. But a lot of people are like, why are you giving it that size enclosure as a baby? You could give it that size enclosure as a baby and it would live in there for the rest of its life. So down the line, you won't have to go and upgrade it to something bigger.
Yes, if you get everything ready to go, then it's...
But me, because I want to get into bioactive, I don't like the fake plants. So with this Viv, it's going to be all bioactive with a cool background, an actual like pond sort of feature in the bottom with a couple of fish in it, and make it look.
That'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
Do you know, like the enclosures Richard done from Northern Exotic.
Chameleon cell.
Yeah, the chameleon cell. Yeah, we can go with that. I like the way he's done that personally. It actually looks really nice.
Do you ever watch Serpa Design? You should watch some of his stuff.
Surfer
Yeah,
another level, man. Another level.
Mind blowing. Absolutely beautiful.
I've got a few tarantulas which I want to go bioactive with, but you know, tarantulas are like, they're one of these animals. It's like I've got two Lasiodora parabolas, adult female and a juvenile female. So I'm gonna go like fully live planted with them.
Yeah.
But I was having a discussion with someone the other day. I was like, because with the lights and that, what sort of lights can you use for a bioactive tarantula enclosure?
LED grow light.
That's what I was thinking. But
That's what most people tend to use as LEDs. They're relatively cheap to run as well.
They have a defense against UV, don't they?
Do they?
So it's debatable whether they actually benefit from UV because they have a defense for it as well as.
But when you think about it, any animal is going to benefit from a UV light. So what sort of difference does it make for a tarantula?
We don't know because science hasn't got that far.
But is it worth going for a low percent UVB bulb and trying it? But is it not worth risking your animal at the same time?
I think there's plenty of people that have fully bioactive. I think the best bit would be to speak to people that have successfully done it and see how they go about doing it. I know Steve, Tarantula Task Enclosure, quite a few of his are fully planted bioactive setups. So it's worth speaking to people that, like that. They can say, well, this is the bulb I use, this is the lighting systems I use or whatever. There's plenty of help out there.
I use a T5 on the morning geckos, and the plants have done absolutely amazing, which is only a small strip light. But then, I suppose with a tarantula, in the wild, they have sunlight, they have shaded areas, they have burrows. So if you provide those three things in your enclosure, then it's going to feel like it's in that naturalistic environment. So if it's got somewhere to burrow or a hide, and shaded areas like underneath your bioactive plants and stuff, then obviously it's going to make use of those if it doesn't like the light. But then you're not going to have the light on all day, every day, and all night. You're going to have it on a sort of, an
12-hour time.
12.
It's like with my animals. Their lights come on at, say, 8 o'clock in the morning, but they go off at like 8 o'clock at night. But where I plan to come on here, I've left them on for longer because otherwise my room goes really dark. But I've noticed, like where they've stayed on longer tonight, I won't turn them on till, say, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning because they're still getting that 12-hour cycle. Like, I think as well with the whole bioactive thing, you've got to vary it on the animal. Because, like, let's say you take a savanna monitor, like what I've got and what.
Well, you have to vary it for the environment, don't you?
Like, because
like I was talking to somebody about boas, and I was thinking about setting up the boa bioactive, but they said it doesn't matter if you go bioactive with a boa because the amount of waste that they produce, the bioactive won't be able to.
Yeah, a full-blown boa lays logs.
Yeah.
Ours puts the dogs to shame with the size of the shite she produces.
I give you one bit of advice, Scott. I wouldn't even bother with boas because when they're heavy-bodied animals, they're just going to crush the plants and that.
The anery?
No, with the boas.
The anery is in a partial bioactive. There's just no plants, but there is isopods and springtails in there.
Yeah.
And then the substrate is BioLife forest floor.
Oh yeah.
And what I find is if I leave the skin in there, after a few days, half of it's gone. After about a week and a half, it's all gone.
It all breaks down.
Yeah, the same with the poo, because they're not a massive pooer. You know, it can be dealt with in there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can go to a local zoo that has an entomological exhibit and ask them about it. You can also ask exotic vets about it. You can also go to local keepers with experiences like this radio podcast.
Well, I can't remember the name of the place now. There's this new zoo that's opened up. It does like mainly reptiles and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Richard went there in that video where he was helping.
Cheshire.
Huh?
Cheshire Rescue Centre.
No, it was an.
Oh no, that's not a new zoo. It's an old one that got done up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
No, normally the zoo anyway.
Yeah.
The zoo.
The zoo.
What they've done is like insane. Like you look on their website and that, it's proper. It's not like most of these zoos that you go to, and it's just, as say, an anaconda in an enclosure with just a big water space and nothing to hide under.
Nah, it's just a half-arsed attempt.
You got to remember, a lot of zoos need to make money, so they need to design an enclosure where people can see the animal out.
Mm.
Fortunately, it's not always the best situation for the animal.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
But like I said, the zoos need to make money, don't they? That's why, the giraffes and stuff like that, they get put out onto the grass and then the door gets shut behind them so they can't go back in again on busy days.
But I think I'm going to try and keep most of my enclosures like themed to where the animal comes from. Like, because you see people using Lignocell, yeah, I've got a big bag in the corner at the minute because I've got multiple snakes that can go on it. But you look at it in a way like a boa in the wild ain't going to live on Lignocell, is it?
Yeah.
Exotic Radio Podcast wants to pop on. Although Cracks, we'll be finishing in about 15 minutes because it'd be 11:45. Fucking, I thought I'd had me then. And then it would give me enough time to have a cup of tea before bed.
Well, I'm going to make my departure the new.
The new.
Aye.
Arc now the new.
Aye.
Adam, just say one thing before you disappear.
All right, sausage heed.
there's a storm of brewing.
There's a storm of brewing.
See, Scottish accent. It sounds like there's always going to break loose. We say there's a storm brewing. Nobody gives a crap. We say there's a Scottish accent. It's like, oh shit.
You want it like menacingly, like, oh, there's a storm of brewing out there, my lad.
It's like, fucking hell, I ain't going outside for a year.
We live in Scotland. We're used to that shite, mate.
I live right on the coast. I'm used to that shit as well.
The northeast Scotland, mate. Fucking Jesus Christ, never experienced weather like it. That is something else up there.
We're all hardened to it.
Hello.
Hi, Cracks.
Oh,
Hello, dear.
Adam, Cracks, Adam.
Hello, lovelies. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
That's good.
Very, very well.
I saw the zoo come up, and because I used to work with a zoo for my internship. So you said that they just had nothing in there for their animal.
And most of them do these days.
Say
Especially
again?
like most of them do round here. Like there's a zoo that's about an hour from me, and you just look at the way they keep some of their animals.
No, I'm gonna back up for a second, because all zoos are under basically here, especially here in the EU, are under special laws. They must follow certain laws. So when you say that they have like bare minimum care, now there's a lot going on there that you may not know. You don't know if maybe the animal, because if the animal is sick, they have to be pulled off. They have to be pulled away from a display because of stress. But they could have been in the middle of cleaning. Because you have to remember, all things must be removed and cleaned.
Well, yeah.
For you, the viewer, to see. So I'm trying to get a grasp of what you saw there, because I just really don't like it when people actually go, well, they had the bare minimum care, and I'm like, okay, so what was the story behind the bare minimum care? because of the stringent laws that all zoos must follow, because they're under constant observation. Constant observation.
I think the only reason I know that one was bare minimum care is because, like, you go back there an hour later, there was still nothing in that enclosure. And I know for a fact, like, it don't take you an hour to clean a hide.
You don't okay, so how many people work there?
This is a big zoo. It's not one of those. Like,
No,
small zoos.
just remind me. I'm going to ask you how many people work there.
It's about 50, maybe 200 people that work there.
50 to 100 people.
Yeah, because there's not the zoos that I go to are like these bigger zoos.
I'm gonna. What's the name of the zoo?
You got London Zoo. That's one of them.
At the London Zoo had bare minimum care for an animal.
Yeah, you'd be shocked when you go in there. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to London Zoo yourself, but it's one of those.
Well, I know London Zoo is one of the prime examples for all zoos to follow when it comes to not only laws but care, giving space to live. They're kind of the gateway for most for any zoo being built in, I would say, a third world country. This is how zoos are built. This is how they function.
Yeah, exactly.
And these are how they're managed. I
think, like you said, they could have been cleaning like at the same time. So it depends when you go there, really, doesn't it? Like you could go there at the wrong time. Like if you go there at the wrong time, they could be cleaning, or if you go there at the right time, it could be sort of that.
I think, like Scott was saying, I think zoos. I have no experience of working in a zoo, but I think zoos. I went for a job interview and they asked me my opinion of zoos. And growing up, I thought they were horrendous places and these animals were caged. But now I think they're one of the most fascinating and incredible facilities we have because their efforts for conservation and repopulation of animals is absolutely incredible.
And not to mention the security for those animals, because those animals are on a
absolutely.
huge
There's
list.
animals that would undoubtedly be extinct if it wasn't for zoo projects. But I think, as Scott was saying, it's very difficult because the zoos have to make money to fund these projects, but also create something visually impressive for us to go and see.
That's my point. That's my point.
It's got to be that fine line between you being able to see the animal, or in a lot of their natural environments, you would never be able to see them. It's creating that perfect balance of viewing pleasure over animal welfare.
And the thing is, there's sometimes we'll see a terrestrial put into an arboreal type of enclosure, and that's because they're short on money, they're short on cash. I mean, you may think you only see 50 to 200 workers. There's far more than that. I'm going to tell you that right now. For the smaller zoos, you're looking up to upwards of about 400 to 500 different people. That's including veterinarians, the security, the just about everybody that has to be in that. That actually have to work on that, and they have a schedule to follow on cleaning. Yes, they do. One of the reasons why I got bit by a P. metallica is because we have to go in there daily to take a toothbrush and clean off all of the plants and stuff that are in there. And that's one of the reasons why you'll rarely see in tarantula enclosures or in invert enclosures real plants at the zoo. Some people think, well, that's so horrible, and it's like, you realize we have to actually clean that, and those animals are going to dig it up, and plants cost a lot of money.
Tell me about
it. But there's always this miscommunication or this huge misunderstanding when it comes to actual what goes on in a zoo. And that is something that, because I've been on the other side of the aisle, I know exactly what kind of goes on there. Some people are like, well, why do you put rocks in your water dishes? Well, it's a tarantula. They tend to pick them up and dump them everywhere and bring up the humidity too high for them, and then I constantly have to clean them out. And it's not just me, there's a bunch of other people that have to do it, because we have to make it visually appealing for the guests. If guests do not find it visually appealing, the zoo makes no money.
Exactly. Like, I think with zoos as well, like, because of lockdown and that, zoos are like not really made much money, let's be honest.
Not this last year, no, they haven't. That's why they're surviving off the government, but they still have laws that they must follow.
Yeah, exactly. I think, they did like the live streams during the lockdown.
You realize I'm dieting and I'm watching you eat sweets right now.
Told
He's gonna be like a little mouse with like shove them in his cheeks.
I know I'm off this. I'm off the sweeties and I'm off the booze as well.
Mate.
So you should be
Pick up
ashamed
water
of
dish?
yourself,
Oh, yes.
Mr. Scott.
Oh, you open? He says tarantulas pick up water dishes? Question mark.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one right now walking around with it. It's in its mouth.
I quite like the heavy, the EXO was.
Yeah.
I think with a lot of the lighter weight ones, as you're saying, they end up upside down, back to front, inside out, and everything. So I try as much as possible to use quite heavy.
My Libidum's pulled her plastic one down into a burrow.
Yeah.
That's the one that's been paired up as well. So I'm like, I can't even get it out yet.
My Pashnoda beetles constantly bury their water dish. I don't actually see the point in them having one because it just ends up full of substrate and disappearing down into the.
Yeah, that's true. And then you have to dig it out. And then if you might have a tarantula who gets upset that you've dug it out. Because we modeled the perfect modeling, and it's like, really? So you put in another one, and then they go bury that one.
That's why I use these ones.
Hi guys.
The Exoterra ones. You literally just put. They can't lift them up.
No, they just fill them full of substrate and bury them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had it was actually my adult female LP.
I like these for water dishes as well.
That's
those are cool. Those are actually pretty cold water dishes. And honestly, they're actually good for the tarantula, and here's why. When you add water, they slowly decay. They actually slowly break down. So that the minerals in that shell that break down, the tarantula actually gets a little extra boost of nutrition.
Yeah, my LP, I put one of them bowls in with her. But where she's so big, she's probably about that big now.
So terrible.
She lifted it up, flipped it over on top of her hide, and actually snapped the bowl clear in half. I was like, what the hell? I must go through so many bowls. It's stupid. Or it's my mistake 50% of the time. I drop them, and then they break.
No, I don't. I just use the free cups that they come with the pizza delivery or with the Chinese food delivery. They make the best, especially for juveniles.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this hobby is everything can be used for something, be it a water dish, a container, a catch cup.
Or things I've used for a catch cup in like emergencies.
It's like, that dip, that little pot that had the barbecue sauce in, water dish. Or a sling pot.
I used my brother's ball cap one time because he'd come into my room and he was kind of invading the computer space for a bit, doing something. I forgot what he was doing. So he threw down his ball cap and started messing around with my computer, and I was doing the rehousing, which is, by the way, it was weird, but this happened to be his tarantula. I'm just going to put that out. This is his tarantula. The reason he loves her to death. And of course, she's like, out. I'm gone. I'm doing something else. And I'm like, I just grabbed his cap and I threw it on there. And he looked at me. It's plain as day. I'm never using that again.
I've literally used the most weirdest things as catch cups. It's the first thing like you see, you just grab hold of it. I've used water dishes as catch cups because it's the first thing that's closest to me. So I'm just like, yeah, you're not going anywhere.
I've used a paint pot.
Used what?
A paint pot in an emergency. That was for a huntsman. But the bottom of the paint pot, there was about a half-inch gap, and the huntsman was lying flat. So I managed to get it over it before I could actually find a proper catch cup.
Now, am I the only one that cuts the big bottles of like soda in half?
No.
Soda water. Like I cut those in half and I use them as a catch cup. I'm not the only one? Okay. I thought I was the weird one that did that.
I mean, I've grabbed tubs of like this size to catch tarantulas in before because they're the first things fucking closest to me. So I'm like, oh, no, not happening. Or, do you know, Scott, do you know the Exoterra light domes?
The Exoterra what, sorry?
Do you know like these light domes?
Yes.
I put them over tarantulas before to catch them. Because I just have stuff like that laying around. Like, for use. Luckily, it didn't have a bulb in it because the bulb's there. I dropped it a few days ago. But I sold an OBT to my mate, and it was, what's the nicest way to put it? But just go with art. It was an arsehole. Like, you couldn't even touch it or go near it to feed it. And he took it home, and he said that you literally opened the enclosure to feed her, and she ran straight up the side, out, straight into her fret posture, and she was sat in the middle of his living room. He couldn't do anything with her. Every time he put a catch cup over her, he couldn't even move.
All right.
The only one I've ever really had a problem with was a male Coupier Saint-Lay. He did laps around my sitting room. That was fun.
H-Man.
Oh, my Scolopendra Dahani got out one day. That was fun.
I think the only
I had a
real
flag tag out,
escape.
but the H-Mac, I had to get the cooker, I had to pull the cooker out, the fridge, washing machine, absolutely everything, because you pick up your catch cup to get it, and it goes poof.
Poof.
Oh my god, yeah, such a fast spider.
You know, I had my SCAL escaped 3 times trying to do a rehouse one time, and I will say that wasn't the easiest. I'm just happy I did it in the bathroom, because it only has one direction, and that goes up the wall. And I was so happy. I was like, oh, look.
I generally use the bathtub. I do generally use the bathtub for...
Oh, I tried that for a rehouse with a centipede. It's climbed up the side of the bath. I was like, oh shit, I've lost it because it's gone under the bathroom door. I've heard my mother scream.
A centipede climbed up porcelain?
Yeah, it climbed up.
Yeah, that's weird.
I heard my mother scream. She was like, if you don't catch this, I'm going to kill you.
I never thought it could do that.
I didn't know it could do that either.
This thing was just running up and down the hallway. My mother wanted to kill me. She said no more centipedes and made me sell it.
Oh, anyways, I think I'm gonna go now. Take care. I just wanted to talk about the zoo part. That's all. Take care, Scott. Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
It's nice meeting you too.
Yeah, lovely meeting you. Hopefully shoot again soon.
By the way, how do you pronounce your name? Invert. I want to call you Invert O'Brien, but that's somebody else.
That's fine.
Invert.
It wouldn't be the first time.
But not this coming Friday. I have 3 guests coming on at the same time. I think it's going to be a chatter, and this coming Wednesday, I have Ben's Pets coming on. Because normally I would host on Friday, but that's more of an adultish, and having a child around with the drinking, you know.
Ben is for his age. Ben is something else.
Ben's knowledge is phenomenal. He's such a bright young man.
Something you might not know, which we could ask him about on Wednesday, is along with the invert studying, he's also studying the language of Mandarin.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is highly intelligent lad.
That's
Literally
awesome.
Puts most of us to shame with his knowledge. It's incredible.
What do you mean most of it? Puts us all to shame, mate.
Oh, yeah, all to shame. He's
such an intelligent.
He's already up there with
Roy
Tinsley and Andrew Smith. He just needs that experience, doesn't he?
You know what? The boy studies and he studies and he studies, and it shows. And I have so much respect for him.
Phenomenal.
Yep. And so not this Friday, but the next coming Friday, I'd like to have you on the show if you've got time.
Drop me a message, and we'll hopefully get something sorted. That would be absolutely amazing.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Adam, have a good night.
Your Facebook profile.
Oh yeah, I'll do that before I take off. All right.
Now we've finally got you on Facebook and off Instagram.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that took forever. I feel like my teeth got pulled. All right, take care.
I'm also gonna depart. So.
And me, I think we should finish the stream now. Adam, thank you so much. Massive thank you for coming on and surprising Toby.
No, that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant.
His parents said he's absolutely over the moon, and they can't thank you enough as well as.
No, it's as I say, he's such a wonderful young man and
awesome.
Absolutely inspirational. So yeah, brilliant. And obviously, if anybody doesn't know who we're talking about, Toby's Exotics, go and check him out. Absolutely brilliant young man.
Gives you a bit of faith, doesn't it? That when we're
absolutely,
when we're sort of long gone and buried, that there's going to be other people that are carrying it all forward.
Yeah.
Ben, thank you so much for popping on as well.
All right.
And everybody in the chat, thank you so much. And if you've been through the whole lives tonight from Toby's Exotics over to here, thank you so much. And
then you need your head checked.
Yeah, you need your head checked.
And can everybody, of course,
thank you, man,
inundate Scott with sausage-related memes, jokes, gambits.
And again, if you're not subscribed up to the Inverted Variant, go check him out. If you are subscribed, remember to click the unsubscribe button. If we're in the stream, if you're not subscribed up to the Inverted Variant, now is the time to do so and get those notifications on. And if you get notification for his next video, please let him know in those comments. But if you don't, just keep your eye out for it on his channel as well, as he's got some absolutely amazing videos up. So let him know in the comments if you had to search for it or if you had it as a notification, because he's having a bit of an issue, and then he'll have
would be appreciated.
He can go back to YouTube. Hey, cold-blooded monsters. Hey man, cold-blooded monsters. We're literally just finishing the stream. That man keeps crocodiles. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody.
Have a good night.
We'll all see you next week.
Doodle pip.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, Adam.
No worries, dude. Speak to you after. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Bye.